Billy the Kid remains one of the most enduring figures of the American West, a symbol of rebellion, outlawry, and the frontier spirit. Born Henry McCarty and later known as William H. Bonney, Billy's life is shrouded in myth and legend, making it difficult to separate fact from fiction. We will explore the life of Billy the Kid, examining the historical context of his time, his famous exploits, and the enduring legacy he left behind. Early life. Billy the Kid's exact date of birth is uncertain, but it is believed he was born around 1859 in New York City. His mother, Catherine McCarty, was an Irish immigrant, and his father's identity remains unknown. By the time Billy was a teenager, his mother had moved the family to New Mexico, where she died of tuberculosis in 1874. Orphaned and left to fend for himself, Billy found himself drawn into a life of crime, life as an outlaw. Billy the Kid's criminal career began in earnest in the early 1870s when he became involved in cattle rustling and petty theft. His reputation as a skilled horseman and marksman quickly grew, and he soon became known as one of the most dangerous outlaws in the region. In 1877, Billy was implicated in the killing of a blacksmith during a brawl, marking the beginning of his notoriety as a killer. The Lincoln County War. The Lincoln County War, which took place in New Mexico from 1878 to 1881, would become the defining chapter of Billy the Kid's life. The conflict was a power struggle between rival factions over control of lucrative cattle contracts and government patronage. Billy became associated with a group of regulators who sought to overthrow the corrupt local authorities aligned with the Murphy-Dolan faction. During the war, Billy and his allies engaged in a series of violent confrontations, including the infamous gunfight at the McSween House in July 1878, where Billy narrowly escaped capture. The Kid versus the law. As the Lincoln County War came to a close, Billy the Kid found himself a wanted man with a bounty on his head. He was captured and imprisoned in April 1881, but he managed to escape by killing 2 guards. This daring escape only added to Billy's legend, earning him a reputation as a cunning and elusive outlaw. The governor of New Mexico, Lew Wallace, eventually issued a pardon for Billy in exchange for his testimony against other members of the regulators, but Wallace reneged on the deal, leading Billy to break his parole and return to a life of crime. The end. Billy the Kid's life came to a violent end on July 14, 1881, when he was shot and killed by Sheriff Pat Garrett in Fort Sumner, New Mexico. Garrett had been pursuing Billy for months, and he finally caught up with him at the home of a friend. The circumstances surrounding Billy's death remain shrouded in controversy, with some claiming that Garrett ambushed him in cold blood, while others argue that Garrett acted in self-defense. Regardless of the details, Billy the Kid's death marked the end of an era in the American West. Legacy. Despite his short life, Billy the Kid's legacy has endured for over a century. He has been immortalized in countless books, movies, and folk songs, becoming a symbol of rebellion and freedom on the American frontier. While some see him as a cold-blooded killer, others view him as a misunderstood hero, a product of his time and circumstances. Whatever the truth may be, there is no denying the lasting impact of Billy the Kid on the mythology of the American West. Billy the Kid remains one of the most enigmatic figures in American history, his life a mixture of fact and fiction, myth and reality. While the details of his exploits may be lost to history, his legend lives on, a testament to the enduring power of the Wild West and the frontier spirit. Whether he was a ruthless outlaw or a misunderstood hero, Billy the Kid will always hold a special place in the annals of American folklore.